wanted to talk about steroid use in sports and how the punishment may not fit the crime, or maybe too little or maybe too much. So my ethical question before I even start the video is, do you think players who use steroids get fair punishment? So we all know that sports like pro football, pro baseball, and basketball all ban the use of steroids, not only because it keeps the game fair, but it also looks out for the safety of athletes. The safety part is the fact that anabolic steroids help athletes get naturally stronger and more muscular, which doesn't make a person more athletic, but taking the drugs causes them to gain more muscle. And there are a lot of side effects, including heart disease, liver damage, shrinking of the testicles, and roid rage, which is when they just go crazy. So in recent news, NFL news, the New England Patriots coach Bill Belichick was caught videotaping opponents' defensive signs to figure out what plays the opponents run. When they were found out, they were fined and they lost their next draft pick, which is a huge penalty. But when athletes are caught cheating by using banned substances to enhance their muscle growth, their punishment is way lighter. And although steroids are banned from pro sports and can be extremely dangerous, the NFL only suspends a player for 4 games for a first offense of steroid abuse. Most sports don't even have harsh punishments for violating steroid laws, nor do they have blood tests to monitor steroid use, which makes it a lot more likely that they're using it, even if they don't get caught. So for another example, Lance Armstrong, he kept saying that he didn't take steroids, and then in an Oprah interview, he said, yes, I take steroids. And nobody checked, nobody did any blood tests. It was just this thing. And now he's still allowed to race, he's still allowed to be in these huge competitions, and football players and basketball players and baseball players are all allowed to do the same. So is it ethical for them to be able to continue playing even though they've essentially cheated, right? Because they have an advantage of more muscle mass. And for positions like running backs and quarterbacks and other football positions that you need muscle mass for, taking steroids to enhance that and to get there quicker only gives you an advantage. So do you think it's ethical for them to be able to use steroids because their punishment is only 4 games? That's my first ethical question. The second is whether or not you think it's ethical for people to use it when they already know the consequences. So like I said earlier, they have side effects such as heart disease, liver damage, the shrinking of testicles, and roid rage. So given all of this, all of the medical research and basically being told not to do it, do you think it's ethical that they still do it? All for the purpose of making money, right? Because the better you are, the more money that you get, the more playing time you get, and although it's a sport, it's a nationally televised sport, and essentially it's a job and it's entertainment. And so do you think that it's ethical that they are receiving money for cheating? So let me know what you think, and I'll put this link of this blog on